Next step we're coming up to is we're going to start talking about a spline. So basically what a spline is a line that's curvy. So I'll do a little bit of work with it. First of all, I have to create a new sketch, and I'm going to pick the same top plane there. And here is a spline, a fit point spline. So I'm going to go off to the side here and show you what I'm doing. What it does is it fits a nice even curved line through whatever points I pick. When I hit this green check, it'll stop doing the spline. It comes up with a bunch of green little dots here. And let's kind of explain what those are doing. So if I hit the escape key, I can grab one of these spline points and I can move it around. But if I click on the spline point, I have these green dots will allow me to change how much influence they have. And I can move these green dots around a little bit. Now, if I want to get a sharp corner, what I have to do is create a spline. Hit the green check, and then come back and create another spline. And I can go start right here. Green check. And now I have a sharp corner. If I want to do a straight line, I can do a straight line for a while. Then I can come back and I can do the spline to connect it. So our spline over here, first thing I'm going to do is I have a symmetric piece. So first thing I want to do is create a line that is vertical. And this is what we call our mirror line. So it's perfectly vertical, comes to the bottom. And I'm going to set it vertical while I can. So now that's the center line. Now I'm going to create this line coming around the outside. So I'm going to start with a spline, click the tip of the surfboard. I like to zoom in when I'm clicking my spline points. Kind of get the same edge all the time. And the more points you put in, the more closely it'll hug that curve. So you can kind of start to see where you need to put points. Tighter curve there, so I'd like to put a few more points in there. Hit the green check. I click this point right here, and this line, I want it to not have a little point right here, so I'm going to go horizontal. And now it made that perfectly horizontal, and that'll be a nice smooth line in. I could come and move any of these lines if I want to, and change that shape of that surfboard wherever I need to. That's the first half of my spline. So right here's the mirror command. It looks like two triangles, and it comes up with objects to mirror, and then mirror line is what I wanted to swing over. Come into the other side, hit the OK. Now this center line right here is currently a solid line, so I have two halves. I want to make this what's called a construction line. So I'm going to highlight it, highlight my center line, and click on construction. Now this whole thing is one chunk. So that's how I work with spline to create the outside edge, and how I made it symmetric so it mirrors over And if it doesn't fit perfectly on the other side, that's fine. We know it's going to be a nice, even meal. So I can click Finish Sketch, and I have that part done.